Hey everybody, Bob Vandy with Advisors Insurance Brokers back with you this week of February 20th, 2023. Hope you are all doing well. Also hope you've been enjoying our staff introduction videos that we've been sharing with you. Next week you'll have an opportunity to meet Jennifer Brown, so stay tuned for Jen's video next week. Our theme for this week's e-newsletter is good news, bad news. We've got a video clip from an older movie from going way back into the 80s, Brewster's Millions, with Richard Pryor and John Candy. Very funny movie. And we've got just a brief clip from that to kind of reinforce the whole notion of good news and bad news. The context of that in this e-newsletter this week has to do with interest rates and our sales tip of the week that you can read below. I mean, the good news, bad news in the interest rate environment we know has ramifications from an inflation standpoint and certainly from a debt standpoint. That's kind of the bad news with interest rates. The good news with interest rates has to do with the ability to accumulate money and what those accumulations can mean to you. So check out the sales tip of the week below for more information on that. From a training standpoint, we've got a couple of sessions you should be aware of. March 2nd, coming up in a couple of weeks here. March 2nd, we're going to hear from our friends at Brighthouse as they roll out a brand new product in the state of New York. Now, that product's been available. It's called SmartCare. It's been available outside of New York for some time. So even if you're doing business outside of New York, it'll be a good refresher for you. But for those of you in the state of New York, you'll want to tune into this one. This is the first time we've had a new product in New York, specifically a life product with a long-term care rider, a linked benefit product. So if you're familiar with Lincoln's MoneyGuard product or Nationwide's Care Matters product here in the state of New York, One America's products, there are a number of carriers that have these. Brighthouse has a brand new product here in the state of New York. So you want to tune in because there are some very unique features of that product that could help you with some of your client and prospect conversations. So tune in for that one. Also, we've announced that on April 11th and 12th, we're going to have our two-day Long-Term Care Insurance Sales Academy. Very popular. It used to be boot camp. We've called it Sales Solutions Workshop. Sales Academy is going to be with us in April. Register now. Space is limited. We do that live here at our home office in Clifton Park, New York, and we've got limited space, so hopefully you can go ahead and get registered for that now. We'd love to see you here. We cover everything from product, sales and marketing, underwriting. We have our good friend Luke Piero come in. He is an estate planning and Medicaid attorney and comes in and talks about elder law and Medicaid and how that actually plays into long-term care planning. We cover a lot of ground over 2 days, so register for that if you haven't already. We've got our annuity corner with our annuity bulletins, both the New York Bulletin and the outside of New York or national bulletin. We've got our carrier news and all of the rest of the news that's fit to print. Take a look at the newsletter. Stick with us next week as we introduce Jennifer Brown, and have a great week, everybody. Take care.
Now that's the money I know. That's it.
Hi, Marty. How's it going, buddy?
Okay, Eugene.
Tell him the good news, Eugene.
No, you tell him it was your idea.
All right, I got some good news and some bad news for you.
Well, tell him the bad news first.
All right. Here's the bad news. I did exactly what you wanted me to do. I got rid of all your iceberg stocks.
That's great.
That's the bad news. You ready for the good news?
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes. I took Eugene's advice, all right? Admittedly, without you knowing, I used the corporate name. I hope you don't mind.
No.
I made a couple investments for you.
That's okay.
What did I buy? I bought a commodity thing, and I bought an oil well thing.
He just made you $10 million.
$10 million! Yeah! $10 million, 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 $10 million.
Damn it! I'm right back where I started, damn it!